Zaki, please don't get too comfortable. Don't get too happy too soon. Because the only reason why you're still in the villa is because of your association with Amaya. We know you played her. But also, Sierra, what was that? Are you a girl's girl? Because let's just go on your logic, right? You said you sent Hannah home because she was able to explore two great connections with two guys in the villa. And then you voted for who you voted for. Someone who also explored two great connections. And you chose to save that person. Make it make sense.
Kay Unscripted, no teens restricted. In this journey, watch our stories unfold.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. How are you doing? To my amazing subscribers, thank you so much for all of your love and your support. If you're here for the first time, welcome. I am Kay and this is Kay Unscripted. Now, before I get into this recap, I just want to make something abundantly clear. Y'all, we are all viewing this series in different lenses. You have your perception, I have mine. You don't have to agree with the way I see things, and I don't have to agree with the way you see things. That's what makes us all unique and different. But don't come to my channel and spread hate and negativity and nasty messages because I don't agree with your view or because I don't like who you like. Please don't do that, okay? And while you're at it, since you're going to come on my page and be negative, like the video before you do that, okay? It takes too much energy and too much time to be negative. Let's spread love. Subscribe to the channel for more recaps like this one, and let's talk about what happened tonight. It's the end of the game. Emotions are high. Everybody's in their feelings. The guys are together, the girls are together as well. So the guys are checking in on each other. Ace feels torn. He feels like he's been putting in all his efforts with Shelly and she still wants to keep exploring. Can y'all just go ahead and close things off because clearly she's waiting on you to do that, Ace? So please go ahead and just figure it out. And can y'all please, as a couple, stop airing out your business in front of the whole group? Can y'all sit together and discuss it first? Please and thank you. Then Taylor says he feels like Olandria cussed him off for no reason. He says he's not moving for her, he's moving for himself. And I'm just like, oh, finally you grew some balls to say, oh, I'm not moving for you, I'm moving for her. Honestly, that whole Taylor and Olandria situation, I'm just mad that Olandria let this man embarrass her like that. I am so mad that she let him get to her so much and call her out in that way. He's giving you all the signs that he's not into you. The fact that he told you, Clark gives him a feeling that he's never felt before. Girl, that should have been your sign to back off. We've seen you say that chapter is closed, yet still, you're still waiting around and hoping and wishing and praying that Taylor is going to pull you for a chat. He's not interested in you. Taylor, for me, is showing his true colors because, oh, you're not moving for her, but you wanted her to move for you when you had some competition from Jalen, because as soon as Jalen came into the house, you knew you would have been at risk if Olandria had decided to couple up with Jalen. Your behind would have went home, and so you tried to do more for her. You tried to step up, quote unquote, so that she would not turn against you to keep you into the house. But I digress. Let's move on because the girls are now talking, checking in with each other. Huda on the other side, she's in a corner by herself. She's not engaging with anyone. And I'm just like, is she about to crash out again? Because it was definitely giving the exact moment. Y'all remember when Jeremiah went on that date with Iris when she first came into the villa? And Huda was sitting on that lawn chair. She wasn't giving anybody any time of day. Like she wasn't trying to be with anybody or engage with anybody. That's definitely the moment she was giving. Olandria says that every decision Taylor has made has been for him. It's always been a FU moment. Then she also addresses Clark. And I'm like, girl, why? And she's telling Clark, open your eyes, pay attention. And I guess she's probably saying that because we know sometimes men have a pattern. But I'm just like, girl, why are you telling Clark that? She's like, oh, girl, you could come and talk to me anytime. And I'm just like, girl, that's too much. Leave that lady alone. Let her figure out what she has to figure out with Taylor, because no matter what you're saying to her, she's going to take it as if you're the bitter ex-girlfriend, right? Olandria also says that Taylor has no backbone and he can be done with you in a split second. No, baby, that was all towards you, okay? So I agree, he has no backbone because he's been playing in her face from the beginning. Anyways, Amaya feels hurt. She says she's tired of the guys making her feel like she's insane. Iris tells her that if Zaki felt uncomfortable in any way, why did he pick her name? And I agree, because we know that Zaki only chose Amaya so that he can be safe from elimination. Alright, she said that she feels misunderstood and she doesn't know why. And like I said, I just feel like Amaya is just for who she's for. Like she said, if you're not my cup of tea, then don't drink me, period, and let's move on. The guys are now talking about Amaya. Zach says that he cannot express himself if she's going to keep crying. Austin jumps in and he's like, oh, it's a pattern. If everybody's saying the same thing, then it's not everyone, it's you. And I'm just like, boy, shut the hell up. Okay, we don't want to hear anything from you, Austin, because you're annoying as hell. When Amaya first came into the villa, you were kissing her. You had no issues with that, right? You were secretly exploring your connection with her outside of Shelly because you were sitting around like a little baby girl moping because Shelly was more into Ace. So don't do too much. Peppy says he's already had missing someone and he knows Grayson is pissed off. Everybody wants to know who wrote the question. Back with the girls, Grayson says that she feels like whoever wrote the question had no empathy and she's wondering why this thing keeps getting brought up. Iris is trying to assure her that Peppy has moved on, but he hasn't. He's clearly still thinking so much about Hannah. He misses her, and of course whatever his connection was with Hannah was really strong, and these girls made a mistake by sending Hannah home. Amaya then stands up to address Huda, who's still in the corner just not interacting with anyone, not giving any kind of eye contact. She's just doing her own thing. And Huda says that it has been an emotional night and she doesn't want to talk to anyone. Yet again, we see Huda playing the victim. For her, everyone has to respect her views, her boundaries, her not wanting to talk. But she was just mad and upset at Shelly for saying she didn't want to talk yet, but now everybody has to respect that you don't want to talk. Oh, okay. Olandria and Shelly, they're catching up with each other in Speakeasy. Olandria says that the chapter with Taylor is completely closed, and I really, for the life of me, hope and pray that she's done with Taylor for good. Shelly is still shocked because Ace asked that question and she kind of felt like he shouldn't have aired out the dirty laundry in front of everybody. And she's like, he's the one who wanted to be open. Now that I'm being open, he has a problem. I'm tired of talking about Ace and Shelly. Just go ahead and close things off. Let's move on. Alright, so it's a chaotic night. We all know that everybody's in their feelings still. They're getting ready for bed. Huda is in the girls' makeup room. And y'all, she's slamming the drawers. She's throwing things around. And I'm just like, girl, we know you're upset, but like, relax. And yet again, we see the girls having to be on eggshells because Huda is upset. They're having to position themselves in a certain type of way to not piss her off anymore. Is that okay? Because I know there are however y'all call yourselves, the Huda stan. Y'all have been coming for people. Y'all have been saying the most nasty things because some of us do not agree with Huda's behavior. So I have to be uncomfortable because you cannot check your emotions. Hell to the no, to the no, no, no. Come to find out, she's really more upset because the girls were in there discussing who wrote Peppy's postcard and they're calling the person a kitty cat. They call him a pussy. And it was Huda who actually wrote the question because she went in bed and she's telling Chris, oh, let's keep that between the two of us. The girls are in there calling me a P and it's because I was the one who wrote the question for Peppy. Oh, okay. Messy, messy, messy. So it's the next day and Taylor is still talking about the Olandria situation. He's saying how, oh, I told her that Clark gave me a feeling and now she wants to pop her shit in front of everybody. First of all, Taylor, you have the mind of a child. This is not what she was upset about. She was upset because you were saying one thing to her and you were doing something else. You kept telling her that you still want to explore your connection with her and you were not. So that's what the problem was. You're mad because she called you out on the way you were moving. She had the right to do so because you were moving slimy. You knew from the beginning that you were not into her and you didn't have the balls to tell her. Then we get a talk between Olandria and Huda. Now we know there are several conversations going to happen today because of the way everything went down the night before. She tells Huda that she loves her. They both confide in each other. She's also always kept whatever Huda shared with her to herself, but she understands how things came off in the challenge. So she also said to Huda that she's in the middle and she's close to both Huda and Shelly. And she just felt like if you're going to be a girl's girl, then you should move a certain type of way. So I'm just like, well, baby girl, if you're in the middle, then you should stay out of it, okay? While I didn't feel like you did anything wrong, I can see how it can come off a certain type of way. So you should have just kept to yourself because honestly, Shelly didn't really care about that. Uda says that she doesn't feel like she did anything wrong and she just hated the fact that everyone was yelling at her. She kind of felt like she had no one in her back when she's always defended them. She's always had their back. Olandria said she doesn't like having beef with them. She's not into that. That's not what she's about. She could have definitely done things differently. She told her that in the future she's going to come to her first. They hug it out, they make up, and I'm happy. Now let's move on because I was thoroughly pissed. If that's even a thing, to be thoroughly pissed. Between the conversation with Amaya and Zach. Amaya tells him that he had every opportunity to come to her about how he was feeling, but he waits when two of her past connections speak on how she made them feel, and he decided to make it a moment for himself to come now and say that he's feeling a type of way and it's too much and all of that. And for her, it's like, you're doing all of that when you've already seen how sad I am. He said he should have been there for her in that moment. Then he has the audacity to open his mouth and say, oh, when we were in Casa and we shared that kiss, and I think that was the second kiss, he didn't want to, but he did it anyways, and he should have set his boundary for her. And I'm just like, boy, bye. You know what you were doing. You knew you did that to secure your spot in the villa. We know it was between Olandria and Amaya, and you were scared that you were going to be sent home. So you went along with the kiss. She also did ask you about boundaries. She asked you about all of those things. You said you were fine with it. Only now for you to say it was too much and you didn't want to actually kiss her. Boy, bye. Amaya didn't play with him though. Amaya said she has 10 toes, not one, and she's going to stand on business. And she did. She tells him he's not an honest person. He's a weirdo. And she doesn't want to talk to him anymore. She's like, F you, shut the F up. And I'm like, yes, Amaya, yes. This is how you clear him. Then there's a chat between Peppy and Grayson. They needed to have that conversation because we know Peppy has been feeling some type of way. Grayson saying that she felt weird hearing everybody bring up Amaya, and she's trying to figure out if he likes her or if he's just using her to process his emotions. Like, this girl has left the villa. Why are you still bringing her up? Why are we still talking about it? Pepe says for him it's unfortunate that she came towards the end, and that irritated the hell out of her. She's like, I didn't come at the I didn't come at the end. I feel like he shouldn't have had this girl questioning him so much to get him to say what he was actually feeling. He did get to it though. He finally did tell her that he doesn't feel a spark between them. But I just feel like there was so much beating around the bush to get to that. Grayson said that she's struggling to navigate this. He says it's not because of Hannah, but we all know it's definitely because of Hannah because he's missing her. Then we see a chat between Amaya and Brian. She thanks him for stepping in to support her in the game. Not in the game, in the challenge, when he said, this is how Hispanics speak. He tells her that she's looking fine as hell. And I feel like Brian has a crush. Amaya does say, she's like a circle. And she needs people to stop putting her in a box. Now, I think for Amaya moving forward, she should really be careful who she opens up to and who she gives her energy, because we've seen these men couple up with Amaya, couple up with her just to be safe in the villa. And I would hate that to happen to her another time. Then the conversation that needed to happen a long time ago finally happens between Shelly and Huda. Shelly says, "Girl, I don't even know where to start because things have gone so far." But she does say that she's coming into the conversation with an open mind and an open heart. She said that she always gives Huda respect. She's always had her feelings in the back of her mind in the way that she moves and she does things. And she just wanted the same from Huda. She also told Huda that the Ace situation put a bad taste in her mouth, and that had her thinking about her situation with Chris. She didn't like the way Huda kept saying, "I'm bringing him here for you, he's here for you," but actually, you wanted him there for yourself. Huda says that she did want them to keep exploring, but she wanted to explore her connection with Chris as well, and it's not that she was trying to be sneaky about it. Shelly tells her, "Well, the switch up was too much for me to process." And I feel like she said that because we definitely see Huda and she was acting like it was a competition between she and Shelly. She was always comparing what Chris was doing for Shelly about the pancakes, about the flowers. She had an issue with it. We also saw her always asking Chris, "Well, what's up with you and Shelly?" And I feel like to me, it was trying to figure out what the progress has been between them so she can slip in to be with Chris. That is my opinion. That is how I saw it. That is how I understood it. I feel like she was trying to get a one up on Shelly because Huda knows that if she remains single and she does not have any connection in the house, she'll be vulnerable. It has happened to her so many times. So that girl is not stupid. She does apologize to Shelly. She tells her that she doesn't want to hurt her. She tells her, "Girl, come talk to me first." Shelly says, well, she did want to talk to her first, but when they initially were about to have that conversation, when she told her that "let's talk tomorrow," she's throwing it in her face like it's just a challenge. And she said that put her off. But in the future, she will definitely come to her first. They hug it out. They're good. They made up and they can get back to the friendship or at least to some common ground to working on making their friendship better. Then we get a conversation between Clark and Taylor, which pissed me off again. Clark is telling him she didn't like what happened. She's sorry he had to go through what he went through. He said he doesn't want to talk to Olandria right now because he might pop off on her or get disrespectful. And I'm like, pop off on who, Taylor? What did she do to you? Oh, okay, you're mad because she called you out for being fake and for stringing her along. I wish you would get disrespectful. I wish you would pop off on her, Taylor. Please, please do that. How about you focus on your upper body strength so you can carry Clark better? And while you're at it, also go learn in a mirror how to kiss a girl. Let's move on, y'all. Clark gets a text that reads, "Islanders, get ready to find out what America really thinks about you in tonight's Villa game, Hate to Burst Your Bubble, presented by Maybelline." Now, of course, once there's a game, everybody's nervous. And once it's America, everybody's on the edge of their seat because they're so concerned about what America thinks of them. It's now later on in the evening. Everybody gets dressed. Everybody looks amazing. Then comes Ariana strutting in. And let me tell you all, she's been serving the looks this entire season. She looks amazing. So the name of the game is Hate to Burst Your Bubble Challenge, and it is presented by Maybelline. Ariana introduces the challenge and she says that America has been voting via the Love Island app, ranking the Islanders in various categories. The Islanders must guess what America thinks, not just how they feel about each other. If the Islanders' guesses don't match America's rankings, they will get slimed. I'm just going to go through some of the responses. The first category was most to least genuine boy. The most genuine boy that was picked by the girls was Elan, and the least genuine boy was Zaki. And here's how America ranked them. Number one was Pepe. So we're going from most to least. So at number 1 was Peppy, Chris, Zach, Nick, Elan, Brian, TJ, Austin, Ace, and Taylor was number 10, who is the least genuine, and he deserved that. Round 2, best to worst boyfriend material. The girls picked the best boyfriend as Ace, the worst as Austin. Here's how America ranked them. Number 1 boyfriend was Peppy, Chris, Nick, Elan, Zach, Brian, TJ, Ace, Austin, and the worst boyfriend was ranked as Taylor by America. Again, he deserves it. Round 3 is now the girls, most to least trustworthy girls. The boys now, this is how they voted. The most trustworthy girl was Jaden because she's a whatever she is. I forgot what she was. But they chose Jaden. Least was Huda. And here's how America ranked them. The most trustworthy girl was Amaya, followed by Iris, Olandria, Grayson, Huda, Sierra, Jaden, Shelly, Andrina, and Clark was the least. Of course, she's going to get some smoke by association with Taylor. Round 4, most to least genuine girl. The most genuine girl, which was ranked by the boys, was Olandria, and the least genuine was Andrina. So here's how America voted. The most genuine girl was Amaya, followed by Iris, Olandria, Grayson, Huda, Jaden, Sierra, Andrina, Shelly, and Clark was again at number 10. So the next one was a couples vote. Round 5, couples America would most want to vacation with. And we only got to know what America thought. So it was number 1, Amaya and Zach. We don't like Zach, but we'll take Amaya. Followed by Sierra and Nick, Grayson and Peppy, Huda and Chris, Iris and TJ, Jaden and Austin, Andrina and Brian, Shelly and Ace, Clark and Taylor were the least. Nobody don't want to go on vacation with y'all. But then Ariana drops the bomb that America voted for their favorite boy and their favorite girl, and it's not a part of the game. She then says that the boys and the girls who get the least votes are in danger of going home right now, today. So the bottom 3 girls were Jaden, Grayson, and Andrina. The bottom 3 boys were TJ, Taylor, and Austin. Now, she also tells them that they, the Islanders, get to save 1 out of the 6 Islanders who are in jeopardy of going home, and they must each stand behind the Islander they want to save. So here's how the votes went down. Jaden had 2 persons next to her, Chris and Brian. Grayson only had Elan standing behind her. Andrina had Shelly, Huda, and Amaya Papaya. Austin had 1 person, Olandria. Surprised. Taylor had Clark, Peppy, Nick, Ace, and Sierra, who was the deciding vote. And I'm just like, Sierra, what are you doing? Wasn't Iris your bestie? You chose to save Taylor after your girl Olandria was crying about how dirty Taylor did her, and you decided to stand behind him. You decided to give him your vote. You know how she was feeling. Okay, girl, we see you. TJ only had Iris and Zach. Now, Taylor was saved with 5 votes, which means that Grayson, Andrina, TJ, and Austin were dumped from the island. Now, they were saying their goodbyes, and I'm still a little bit happy, but Austin is such a weirdo, because why was Austin humping Nick? And then he had the audacity to tell Amaya, I love that you're always you. Don't let any... Boy, shut up. She was being herself and you told her it was too much for you. So go upstairs, Austin, pack your bags. Austin, while you're at it, call the cab because you going home. Go upstairs, Austin, pack your bags. I'm just happy Austin is going home, y'all. Now this is where the episode ended. We got nothing for the next episode. But please share all of your thoughts with me on this episode. What are you feeling? What are you thinking? I need to hear from you. And as always, like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you all in the next one, guys.